Before you turn your furnace on for the winter, you should always replace the air filter. The air filter I purchased, it's a 20 by 20 by 1 inch. And I know that because it's written right here on the side of the label. Now, your furnace is probably different than mine, but if you look at yours and kind of get a basic understanding of how it works, you can find the filter. So this stack here is the cold air return. So this is air that's brought in from other vents around the house. The air flows down through the ductwork here and goes up into the furnace. So right where the air enters the furnace is the filter. And this is the furnace unit here. When the furnace is running, you want to replace this air filter every couple months, because it'll get dirty and clogged up with dust and pollen, and when that filter gets clogged up, it makes your furnace run harder and it'll wear out your furnace sooner. So you want to replace this filter often whenever the furnace is running. As water condenses, it runs down through this drain pipe and down into a drain in the floor. So this one, it's not glued, so I can easily remove it and get it out of the way. And the air filter is held on by this panel here, which is 2 small screws. They're just little screws that are finger tight, so you can loosen those screws up. I don't know if you can see or not, but the size of the air filter, you can see it here on the label of the panel. It's 20 by 20 by 1, and there's an arrow on the edge of the filter. Go around to one of the edges. So this edge here shows the size, and there's an arrow. So that's the direction of your airflow. So like I said before, the air comes through the ductwork from the cold air return and then goes up into the furnace that way. So I want to point the arrow with the airflow, because these are just a one-way filter. They can't go in both ways. So put the arrow with the airflow. And sometimes this filter is hard to get out, but you can bend it with your finger a little bit to get a grip on it. Or you can use just a butter knife out of the kitchen just to grab the edge of that filter and then pull it out. Look how much dirt this has caught since last year when I used it. So that's a huge difference. And if this is all clogged up, it's really going to wear out your air filter or your furnace a lot sooner, and it's blowing all this dirt and debris through your vents if you don't clean it, so you end up breathing this in. So you want to definitely replace that air filter every couple months. So to put the new one in, I'm just going to slide it back in that slot. Make sure it's all the way in, and put the cover back on it. I'm going to reattach the drain, and that's it. That's how you replace the air filter in a furnace.